Alright guys, so I want to give you 3 tips on buying a house. So you've already saw the house, you're ready to make the offer. 3 things you're going to need. Number 1, pre-approval letter. You need to go with your bank or your lender, depending on how you're going to buy it, but you will need something showing that you're able to buy the house. Number 1, that will go with the offer, and if you don't have it, it's going to be hard for a seller, prospective seller, to consider your offer. Tip number 2, guys, is going to be to get a market value analysis. So you have the property, you really want to buy it, you have your approval letter ready to go. The offer, and this is just really smart purchasing, is you just want to make sure that the house is going to is worth it, because the second part of your house, when you buy it, is it will be appraised by the bank. So I do this when we send an offer. It honestly doesn't take very long. If your realtor can do it, it should be pretty fast. But it's better to know that now versus trying to negotiate it later. You know, you're not shortchanging, you're not lowballing the house. It's being objective for the house, objective on your offer. So that's tip number 2. So guys, tip number 3 is going to be something pretty important, pretty special that I can think of. I'm kind of drawing a blank, but I tease because I know what it is. No, tip number 3 is going to be really knowing what knowing your costs. You know, whether it's going to be inspection fees, whether that's going to be closing costs, down payment. It's a good time to recap it. You know, sometimes you talk in your initial buyer's consultation, and these numbers, you forget them. You lost that paper. I mean, you know, you've been looking at a few houses and different price ranges, so you have different numbers depending on the house. But now if you finally found the house, it's always a good time to discuss the cost involved. You know, so number 1 is going to be know how much your down payment's going to be. Number 2, kind of estimate what your closing costs will be, and number 3, what are your upfront costs are going to be, which is different from house to house and varies on the loan. So you know, appraisal fees, inspection fees, those 2 will always be in every loan purchase. So you know, get that situated. Appreciate it. Those 3 quick things that I will recommend to you to get handled, and when you're making your offer on the house that you want to buy. Appreciate you watching. Comment below if you have any other advice on this subject. You know, I do work in Sugar Land in the Houston area. Born and raised in Sugar Land. I lie. I work out of Sugar Land, but I work all around Houston. And you know, I grew up in Sugar Land. So thank you for watching, guys. If there's anything else I can do for you, any other advice or tips, feel free to comment below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.